Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy. I am an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. So we are in the NIV, and we will be through the end of 2025. And in this video, we are in Genesis chapter 42, and we are doing verses 1 through 38 in this video. So, Joseph's brothers go to Egypt. Okay, chapter 42, verse 1. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why do you just keep looking at each other?" He continued, "I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us so that we may live and not die." Like, I gotta do something. Then 10 of Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt. But Jacob did not send Benjamin, Joseph's brother, with the others because he was afraid that harm might come to him. So Israel's sons were among those who went to buy grain, for the famine was in the land of Canaan also. So God told Pharaoh, and so now they had enough. Now Joseph was the governor of the land, the one who sold grain to all its people. So when Joseph's brothers arrived, they bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. As soon as Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them, but he pretended to be a stranger and spoke harshly to them. "Where do you come from?" he asked them. Because now remember, Joseph and Benjamin are at the end of all that. Right? One of them is the reason why, why Rachel isn't even still with them. Yeah. Okay. So, this very precious child to him that he thinks is dead. Right? So they're not thinking about him. And for us, just a few minutes have passed. But for them, in this story, think about that. There were 7 years of feasting first. And he was in that prison 2 years after meeting the cupbearer. That's 9 years right there. And that is after serving a time in someone else's household. So he was like a young teen. 13, 14, maybe 15. And now it's like at least a decade. He's married, he's got children, he's like in his late 20s, early 30s, so he looks completely different. But for them, they were older than him. They were older than him. So, they look like what he remembers. But he doesn't look anything like they remember. And they've forgotten. They have no reason to be looking for him there, so they don't see what they can't see because they're not even looking for him. We're still on verse 7. From the land of Canaan, they replied, to buy food. Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him. Then he remembered his dreams about them and said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see where our land is unprotected." Because remember, there was a dream about his brothers bowing to him. Right? "No, my lord," they answered. "Your servants have come to buy food. We are all the sons of one man. Your servants are honest men, not spies." "No," he said to them. "You have come to see where our land is unprotected." But they replied, "Your servants were 12 brothers, the son of one man, who lives in the land of Canaan. The youngest is now with our father, and one is no more." Joseph said to them, "It is just as I told you. You are spies, and this is how you will be tested. As surely as Pharaoh lives, you will not leave this place unless your youngest brother comes here. Send one of your number to get your brother, and the rest of you will be kept in prison, so that your word may be tested to see if you are telling the truth. If you are not, then as surely as the Pharaoh lives, you are spies." And he put them all in custody for 3 days. because they did have him in prison for many years. So on the third day, Joseph said to them, "Do this, and you will live, for I fear God. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers stay here in prison, while the rest of you go and take back grain. Take grain back for your starving household. But you must bring your youngest brother to me, so that your word may be verified, and that you may not die." And this they proceeded to do. They said to one another, "Surely we are being punished because of our brother." Well, at least they got the message quick. We saw how distressed he was when he pleaded with us for his life, but we would not listen. This is why this distress is come upon us. Did you reap what you sow? Reuben replied, "Didn't I tell you not to sin against the boy? But you wouldn't listen. Now we must give an account for his blood." They did not realize that Joseph could understand them, since he was using an interpreter. So, he was pretending like he wasn't even Hebrew to understand them. Because, you have to imagine being there for that long. He's probably immersed himself in their culture. They've given him a different name because the Pharaoh changed his name. He's going to be dressed like an Egyptian. He might even be walking like an Egyptian. So there you go. All right. Verse 24, he turned away from them and began to weep, but then turned back and spoke to them again. When he had Simeon taken from them and bound before their eyes. Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain, to put each man's silver back in his sack, and to give them a provision for their journey. After this was done for them, they loaded the grain on their donkeys and left. At the place where they stopped for the night, At the place where they stopped for the night, one of them opened his sack to get the feed for his donkey, and he saw his silver in the mouth of his sack. "My silver has been returned," he said to his brothers. "Here it is in my sack." Their hearts sank, and they turned to each other trembling and said, "What is this that God has done to us?" When they came to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan, they told him about what had happened. And they said, "The man who is the Lord of their land spoke harshly to us and treated us as though we were spying on the land. But we said to him, 'We are honest men. We are not spies. We are 12 brothers, sons of one man. One is no more, and the youngest is now with our father in Canaan.' Then the man who is the Lord of the land said to us, 'This is how I will know whether you are an honest man. Leave one of your brothers with me, and take food for your starving household and go. But bring your youngest brother to me, so that I will know you are not spies but honest men. Then I will give your brother back to you, and you can even trade in the land, or move about freely.' As they were emptying their sacks, there in each man's sack was his pouch of silver. When they and their father saw the money pouches, weather forecast wanted to come in. We have a freeze watch here tonight. As they were, in verse 35, as they were emptying their sacks, in each man's sack was his pouch of silver. When they and their father saw the money pouches, they were frightened, right? Because now they can be accused of theft. Their father, Jacob, said to them, "You have deprived me of my children. Joseph is no more. Simeon is no more. And now you want to take Benjamin? Everything is against me," because he's certain, since the silver's in there, they have to go back. Because if they don't, Simeon is dead. But if they go, there's a chance Benjamin is dead. Then Reuben said to his father, "You may put both of my sons to the death if I do not bring him back to you. Entrust him to my care, and I will bring him back." But Jacob said, "My son will not go down there with you. His brother is dead, and he is the only one left. If harm comes to him on the journey you are taking, you will bring my gray head down to the grave in sorrow, because these are the only two children of Rachel, which is the one he fell in love with. All the rest of the children come from Leah, the first wife, or handmaids. And for, Israel, it matters. Because that's not the deal he ran into with Laban in the first place. It was always just supposed to be Rachel. So, just remember, if you're going to bring third parties into that, and the marriage dynamic, then you should expect drama. Now, it's either drama you want, because you guys consciously all decide to do whatever that is situation you got there, which I know is not for me. But judgment is also not something that is cool. So, whatever, over there. But in my brain, the more people you involve in any situation, let alone those situations that are of the heart, the more drama you're going to have. Matters of the heart really need to be just between two people, and matters of the body are supposed to be matters of the heart.